Number of viewers for WNBA games that Caitlin Clark is not in is like 3 to 4 million. When she's in the game, when it's her game playing, it's like 17 million.
Yeah. Well, I also look at the attendance in the arena.
Yes.
It's 8 to 10,000 everywhere else. Caitlin Clark, 17, 18,000.
The WNBA is limping its way through the semifinals and finals without Caitlin Clark, and the results are ugly. The league is straining to generate excitement, but without its biggest star on the court, the energy...
Growth of the game speaks for itself, but it's also in the numbers. Just look at the difference in All-Star votes compared to last year. Asia Wilson led with just under 100,000 votes, and this year Caitlin Clark is leading with a little over 700,000. What a difference a year makes.
Games without Caitlin Clark are drawing significantly fewer viewers, and the WNBA is now taking a massive hit, finally coming face-to-face with the undeniable reality of the Caitlin Clark effect.
Caitlin's departure, do we think that these new WNBA fans are going to stick around for the rest of the playoffs? The Liberty Aces series might be one that draws some numbers. The disparity between 1.8 million and around 400,000 is wild, especially with football season being in full swing.
If the WNBA had been smarter and not allowed refs to ambush Caitlin Clark, they wouldn't be in this mess. Now fans are tuning out in droves, refusing to watch games that feel empty without her presence. Clark showed up to play a round of golf, and even there, the fans came out in full force. It's fair to say that if Caitlin were still in the playoffs right now, the WNBA wouldn't just be bigger, it would be exploding like never before.
All the women that have been calling for the equality, and now that there is the chance for them to start getting paid more because the exposure's up. Because it's her, you have people like, what's her name, Jamelia Hill or what? I can't stand her.
Yeah.
You got these women who are coming on here and they're saying it's because she's white.
Caitlin faced adversity all season long. Fans, media, and analysts throwing everything they could at her to try and tear her down. But she never cracked. In press conferences and on the floor, she kept her composure and delivered in one of the toughest environments imaginable. She dominated the league, she balled out, and while she was proving herself night after night, her critics scrambled for every excuse under the sun to diminish a generational talent they simply couldn't stop.
I don't know if I'm going to put Caitlin Clark on the USA team. If we put Caitlin Clark on the roster, we're going to get tens or even hundreds of millions of fans to watch our game. And we sell out every game, even our exhibition game. Those things just don't matter. Women's basketball has never been about millions of people watching or selling out arenas. Come on now, give me some good reasons. Caitlin Clark just scored 30 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists in front of 20,000 people. And in that game, she tied the rookie record with 7 made three-pointers. I just don't see how those stats are important. I mean, she missed USA tryouts in April. Yeah, that's because she was playing for a college national championship. She couldn't do anything about that. That's not her fault. I'm just saying she could have been at USA tryouts if she actually took...
Caitlin Clark has already left an undeniable mark on the WNBA, but her rise began long before that. At the University of Iowa, she didn't just impress, she revolutionized the college game. Her performances in the NCAA were nothing short of groundbreaking, rewriting the standards of what college basketball could look like. Known for her scoring outbursts and signature deep three-pointers, Clark delivered jaw-dropping moments on a regular basis, leaving commentators, coaches, and fans alike in stunned silence.
Now that Caitlin Clark is out, and again, like I said, she brought a whole new fan base. And I'm not going to say it was one race or another or one type of person. I believe that all different types of people really started embracing Caitlin Clark. Female, male, black, white, young, old. Caitlin Clark is just a superstar. That's what happens when you have a star in a league.
Caitlin entered the WNBA as a bona fide star, and it was obvious from the start she wasn't going to disappoint. Fans who had followed her journey from Iowa eagerly waited to see how her game would translate to the pros, and they weren't let down. Every time she stepped on the court, she delivered performances that not only met expectations, but proved she was every bit worth the hype that surrounded her arrival in the league.
This season, they were the most watched team in the league. An average of viewership, 1.1 million viewers each game in the regular season. Other games listed to this paled in comparison, drawing just about 394,000 viewers on average per game.
Beyond the numbers, what truly set Caitlin Clark apart was her ability to elevate everyone around her. It's one thing to dominate as an individual, but Clark consistently made her teammates better. Her court vision created opportunities most players wouldn't even spot, and her leadership on the floor guided the Fever to several crucial wins throughout the season. Even as a rookie, she was the player her team turned to in clutch moments, and almost every time, she delivered. It quickly became clear that Clark wasn't just a promising young star, she was already one of the most influential players in the WNBA. The attention she drew from fans and media was unmatched, and the league soon realized she had the potential to become its defining face.
Okay, since Caitlin has joined the WNBA, we've now earned enough money for every single team to fly private. So if we put her on the team, we're going to be able to fly private all the way to Paris and back. We have been fighting for private flights for so many years in women's basketball, but I mean, we can go back to commercial. That's something the league has been asking for so long. And now Caitlin has literally given that to us. All right, I made my decision. Okay, good. So you're going to put her on the team. The world's going to be so excited. Caitlin Clark has brought us millions of fans, hundreds of millions of dollars, and private flights. But at the end of the day, that's just not enough.
For much of the season, the Indiana Fever looked like a team on the rise. With Caitlin Clark leading the way, they had all the makings of a squad capable of a deep playoff run. Their fan base, already exploding thanks to Clark's impact, grew even more energized as the season went on, filled with hope that this young team was ready to carve out its place and make a serious statement in the playoffs.
Hey, I'd just like to say congratulations to Caitlin Clark, #1 player on the planet right now. Let's go ahead and do this game today. You got your hands full. You're probably nervous because it's senior day. It's the last one here, but this crowd's gonna carry you through. So just keep focused. I know as soon as you drop that first three, it's gonna be all over.
However, the best-of-3 format in the opening round of the playoffs quickly crushed those hopes. The Fever drew the Connecticut Sun, a battle-tested opponent with far more playoff experience. While Indiana had the talent and potential to win, the short series left almost no margin for error. One slip, one bad game, and the season was essentially over. That's exactly what happened, and the format proved unforgiving, sending Caitlin Clark and the Fever home far earlier than fans had imagined.
I talked to the GM in Connecticut and I said, Darius, let's go back to Indy. Let's have one game in Indy. He said, there is no way I'm going to do anything to allow my team to get out of this arena. And I said, well, I don't blame you. I said, because we will have 19,000 people ready for you. And he said, I don't want to go back to Indy. But our players deserve a chance to play at home.
The lack of a home game proved especially devastating for the Fever. All season long, Indiana had one of the most passionate and dedicated fan bases in the WNBA, regularly packing arenas with nearly 20,000 fans. That kind of home court advantage can be the difference in a playoff series, particularly for a young team like the Fever. Instead, Indiana was eliminated, and Caitlin Clark's rookie season came to an abrupt and disappointing end. The entire series felt like a missed opportunity, not just for the Fever, but for the WNBA as a whole. The league's brightest new star was gone far too soon, and the rest of the postseason instantly felt diminished. The use of a best-of-3 format in the opening round has been widely criticized in the aftermath, with many pointing out that it robbed the WNBA of the chance to showcase Clark on its biggest stage. For a league trying to expand its audience and grow its brand, it was a self-inflicted wound at the worst possible time.